are breaking out, but I'm not leaving without you. This could be our one chance. We'll send a postcard when we're through. We'll get there together. We'll get there together. If it takes all day or night, hand in hand we'll both arrive. Yeah, hand in hand we'll both arrive. Hand in hand we'll both arrive.
The biodiversity here as a whole is really very high. So the mangroves are really important for a lot of fish. They come in here as a larvae, and for them it's a great place to grow up because it's relatively safe. There's a lot of food for them. Of course, it's never 100% safe for them. We also have barracudas, juvenile that are hunting, juvenile needlefish that are hunting, tarpons. We also have a big variety of birds here. So we have the flamingos here in the hypersaline area. When you go a bit more inside, you will find different kind of egrets, herons, ospreys, kingfishers, pelicans, frigate birds, terns, and they're all after the fish. So it's really a beautiful area for birds. They're just hard to see because the bush is so dense. And then the biodiversity doesn't stop there. As soon as the roots hit the water, things start to grow on the roots. So you will see the roots in the water are covered with algae, with sponges, with soft corals, with anemones, hydroids, tunicates, a lot of stuff. The jellyfish has to go upside down so the algae can see the sun, so they can do the photosynthesis process. What happens is that the algae and the jellyfish, they have a symbiotic relationship. They need each other. The algae gives food to the jellyfish gives protection back to the algae.
We went kayaking in the mangroves or whatever. That was fun. You know, that guy yelled at us for hitting our boats too much or something. And like cave diving, like that was cool. Or like going in the cave and swimming. Also, we were laughing too much and he got mad at us. I don't know why. Everything was echoing, but yeah, it's hard when you have 7 of us though and we're all messing around. Like energy just like bounces off each other. Like once one of us laughs, like you can't stop laughing. I was like, we were all trying to look underwater in the caves and like all you heard was just bubbles because like all of our faces are under. It's the funniest thing ever. I just couldn't stop laughing.
So what you see here, this is a ceiling of a cave which has collapsed. So whenever you see a sinkhole, you know there is a cave.
Look, that's the entrance.
Yeah, but it gets bigger, right?
Why don't we hop in? Whoa. I'll go first. I can fit in there. I could definitely fit in there. Joshman.
So who goes first?
Joshman. Me.
Okay, but this was just a joke to see if you were afraid or not. But obviously you're not, so you passed the first test, so that's good.
Don't tell your brother. I'm sitting there thinking like, there's no way in hell I'm gonna fit in that place, but okay. And I sat there, I'm like, I need to check my fear because they have none of it. So if they have fear, they're gonna get it from me. So I have to really like step into what is required of the situation and put my own self aside and make sure that I can support them with what they wanna do. So my fear is bugs. I do not like creepy, crawly bugs. And all I can think of is a wet, damp cave filled with cockroaches.
This was formed above the water. Caves don't form in the water.
personally like the structure, like the walls and like the ceiling of the cave is super cool. The cave snorkel, amazing. It was like so interesting. I was a little scared of the water. It was like super shallow, and you would try not to touch the sand because then it would cloud up the water, and you want it clear so that you could see stuff. We saw a couple shrimps. The shrimps were sick. I didn't know shrimps look like that. I'm kind of an idiot though. The only scary part is when we had to turn the lights off for the shrimp, because I thought the shrimp was honestly just gonna crawl on me. I was like, nope, I'm out of here.
What?
Does it get bigger once you get under there?
Hey, guys, those girls were moaning a lot less than you guys.
Then we went to another cave where the bats were, but you couldn't go in because it was fenced out where the bats were because they don't want anyone getting in there.
So there's cactuses on this desert island, and the cactuses hold the water for the different animals when there's a really dry season, and the bats are what pollinate the cactus. And so the caves are very important to keep the bat population, which then keeps the cactus population, which then keeps all the ecosystem going. So it was really fun to see. Like, I had never connected the dots on those two things and how that worked out.
There's an ice cream shop that is delicious here. Delightful.
That right there, some gas. It's pretty hot out. I need this. I got myself some lemons, some pineapple. Take a gander.
Delightfulness. The windsurfing was amazing.
The cool thing about Bonaire is such a windy island that it's perfect for wind sports. So kiteboarding, windsurfing, any of that stuff, you can't have a better environment for it.
And then once we started, I got out there and I was like, I couldn't find the wind and I couldn't find the spot. So I was like this, and I kept falling after a few seconds. Then after like a few tries, I got the hang of getting on it, having a perfect place and going. I had to jump off because I didn't really understand how to turn. Towards the end, I was like, I want to learn how to turn. I really want to learn. It would probably be easier. I tried, I was scared, and I failed. I didn't turn at all. I just jumped. And then the second time, I did it, and it was easy.
They're scared in different environments. It's funny to see who wants to dive off the boat first, or who wants to swim the furthest away, and it changes in the environment because they're comfortable with their different strengths, and nobody is cutting anybody else down because all of it is so new that they're all so exposed to their vulnerability that they have more tolerance for each other's vulnerability.
And then towards the end, I got the hang of it, and I was basically just cruising around.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
No, Jack is eat shit!
All young men with suits and ties, just sitting in the crowd smoking big cigars. I hope you're ready for what's coming now. I'm the one, I'm the lady that will bring it down. There's a joint on the corner where the big boys play, where the whiskey's running like the rivers, but they all never come for the booze and bass. I'm the one, I'm the lady that'll rock this place.
What'd you guys think, Jack?
Really fun.
Super fun? A lot of fun. Jack, Joe, and Jacob dominated the course. It was all between those three on who won every single time we went around.
I drifted a corner. This one, I was 2 wheels around it. Jake was fast.
And who crashed? I saw a couple people crash.
He was talking smack and then hit a tire.
Jack was trying to race me. He goes around the corner. Boom! He's over.
Alex, those did go faster than 10 miles per hour. Those are faster than I thought. A lot faster.
More fun than you thought too, huh?
But it really messed up my hair.
Messed up your poor hair. Hair's looking good. Hair's looking
Sorry,
good.
little guy.
Stop!
He hit the tires.
Let it go.
Action! Okay, so this week in Bonaire has been memorable, magic, and definitely recommend it to anybody that's looking to travel with your family. It's a tiny island of 22,000 people off the shore of Venezuela, owned by the Netherlands. And I'm like, what are we gonna do? I don't even know if there's enough to do. There's enough to do, like endless things to do. We've gone kayaking, we've gone caving, we've gone diving, snorkeling, wakeboarding, windsurfing, and there's even more things to do that we haven't had time to fit into our schedules. The kids, I booked 2 activities a day. It's been perfect. They've been exhausted, they've been tired, and they've been excited for the next day. In fact, my oldest son said, I can't believe we've already been here for a week. It feels like we've only been here for 2 days. That's a win. If my kids are here and they can't even remember how long they've been here, they're not itching to get home, that's a win. It's been fun watching them try new things, take on new experiences, coach each other, cheer each other on, and just explore. See the world from a different perspective, see a different part of the world. We're not big underwater people, but I kind of feel if you mix water with people, whether it's in snow or ocean or whatever, you have happier humans. And we definitely have happier humans after this trip and a lifetime worth of memories to reflect back on. Delayed flights in Bonaire look like this. Delayed flights in Bonaire look like this. Thank God for devices in these moments.